leftists will eventually win the war against the right. Only if, and I'll explain. Now, before you listen to this, keep in mind that I'm not on any political side. I'm on my own side. I don't side with any political ideology, and I don't have one. I'm just an observer. But here's the thing, right? Charlie Kirk's wife, she just came out and said, what is that Jesus line? Lord, forgive them, they don't know what they do. Right? And here's the fucking problem. The problem is that her doing that is the state playing theater right now. The state is hoping that these people just go away, that they just fucking stop. And they're not going to. Because the communists know that the state cannot prevent individual violence. They can only punish it. And they can't even really punish it preemptively to stop it from happening. Because America is not a full-blooded dictatorship where they can throw people out of helicopters and disappear them like Putin's Russia. And that is where the state's weakness lies. So now you have all these influencers like Andrew Tate and all these people and other right-wing pundits running amok in complete fear, and they should be. Because the thing is, there is nothing to stop anybody in America from just waking up one day and deciding that they're just going to pull the trigger on some random motherfucker, whether it be a politician, a celebrity, some fucking influencer. Absolutely nothing at all stops anybody from doing that. In fact, it is so easy to do that here in America that there are people all over the internet right now saying that they're going to do exactly that. And the FBI is doing nothing about it because they can't until a crime actually occurs. Or they catch them mid-act, which is very difficult for them because they have their hands full with other things that they're doing. Like performing a huge posture to make people believe that everything's under control and that they're all safe. Because you see, the thing is that when the delusion that the state creates that you're safe, that they can protect you, is eroded because enough people have been assassinated, they lose all control. Because people lose faith in the state to perform its duty, which is to protect people. And then the real purpose of the state is revealed, that they're not there to protect you. They're there to protect the interests of the wealthy elite and the ruling class, and the people who exist above the law, and the individuals who can take children to islands and rape them. That is always the purpose of the state. To protect those in power, no matter what state you have, whether it be a communist state, a fascist state, whatever state that exists. It is there to protect the ruling elite. There's always going to be an elite ruling class, right? Me, I'm just an individual trapped in a bunch of power dynamics trying to survive. Now, this is going to keep happening. The communists know that this is effective, so they're going to keep doing it. And the thing is the difference between one of these far left people and you, if you're on the other side, again, I'm not on any side, is that the people on the right have things to lose. They have family, careers, etc. They have an interest in society. They get some benefits from society in some way. The people on the left, they have decided that no amount of investment in this society is worth a goddamn thing, and there's no hope for them. And many of them come from broken up families. They're completely broke with no hope and no future, a worthless college degree. Hello, welcome to the game. I had a college degree that became worthless too. I started my own company. But not everybody could do that, right? So they have nothing to lose. You can't defeat hordes of people who, like lemmings, are willing to run off a fucking cliff and sacrifice themselves and their entire life and spend the rest of their life in prison for their collective. You cannot stop them. Imagine a horde of zombies like Daisy just fucking coming at you. people getting assassinated left and right all over the place. That's what's about to happen. And this is called propaganda of the deed. And it's going to keep occurring, and the state can't do shit about it unless you see on the right, we see an extreme rise of fascism. People doing the salute, all that shit, right? Because that is the reaction to this. So we have both sides that are going to fight for supremacy. Now the Christians, they're always like, oh my God, the Lord, this and that. The Christians have no balls. The conservatives have no balls. The Republicans have no balls. They will never, and they cannot ever become as violent as the leftists can be. They will not, until the very last minute, when everything is breaking down. And they will lose also, even if that happens. Even if they eliminate the entire radical left in some kind of fucking civil war, okay? Which is what would happen at the last second when everything is going to shit and there's some kind of fucking power vacuum. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, okay? And this is what I'm preparing for. This is why I don't take sides, because I already know that everybody's going to lose regardless. The technocrats of society. We have Elon Musk. We have Mark Zuckerberg. We have the CEO of Planter, which is a giant spy operation bigger than you could ever fucking imagine, okay? They're building AI centers. This is coming from a fucking AI expert, cybersecurity fucking professional, hacker, whatever, okay? I have off-grid containers in the fucking mountains running my own AI and cloud computers and everything else under the fucking sun, okay? So the technocrats are going to come in and they are going to lay down the woodwork, the final woodwork of taking advantage of the power dynamic, of the power vacuum. They're going to fucking take everything. Everything will be under their control. The government, policies, politics, all that shit. Because they would have infected the state with their machines and their money and everything else. So the only thing that's going to come to all of you is the cyberpunk capitalist dystopia that we're headed into, which is what I'm building for, okay? The communists are wrong. There's not going to be any kind of working class paradise in an age where everybody could be replaced with robots. Not going to fucking happen. The fascists are wrong. There's not going to be any kind of return to traditionalism. It's not going to happen. All these classes of individuals are going to turn into fringe factions in the cyberpunk dystopia. Do you know who rises in the cyberpunk dystopia? The individual. The ultra individual. The individual who is so self-reliant on himself and has mastered all the AI tools and everything else under the sun. That is the individuals that will rise in this new dystopian society, because in this new dystopian society, individualism will reign supreme and chaos will erupt and all kinds of opportunities out of this chaos will erupt. And me, a fucking chaos master, a chaos operator, this is the environment that I want. I'm not afraid of the capitalist cyberpunk dystopia. You are, because you have no fucking skills. Whether you're on the right or the left. I have the off-grid compounds. I have the technological capability. I've spun up dozens of businesses that you can't even see overnight with AI that cash flow me like water coming from an infinite river. I'm prepared for all this shit. You're a slave to some fucking ideology that you think is going to save you from this shit. Politics is not going to fucking save you. Okay? This is exactly what's going to happen. Word for word, tit for tat. Mark my fucking words. This is what I'm predicting, and this is what I'm betting my money on. And this is exactly how it's going to occur. Exactly how I told you. Now, let's get on to Andrew Tate and the rest of the influencer gang and all those fucking people who are running for the hills. Mr. Andrew Tate, he goes, oh, there's somebody. They fucking jumped the wall to my compound and they fucking shanked my employee or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, okay, well, that's going to keep happening, right? So for quite some time, these people have been running around since the change of political class, which was Donald Trumpism, and they've been enjoying their ability to, you know, speak freely or do whatever they want, mostly without consequence. But they've just been reminded that they're all red inside, okay? But the thing that the people on the left forget also is that they're also red inside, right? So it's only a matter of time till somebody from the right becomes violent and fringe enough to make them bleed red as well. It's going to be reaction for reaction, an eye for an eye, tit for tat. And there's going to be factions all over the place. And people like influencers like Andrew Tate, he should be terrified. Andrew Tate should be terrified, right? And anyway, Andrew Tate's days are fucking numbered. He's gone, okay? The new influencer, the new rise, the new person who's going to be popular in this new world is going to be people like me. People who are taking advantage of AI tools, people who are for transhumanism. If you don't know what transhumanism is, you're a fucking idiot. It's just transcending human limitations with technology and machines, genetic engineering, all that shit. I'm all for that. I'm all for individual freedom. I don't give a fuck about a collective. I don't care about politics. All of that shit will be irrelevant in the coming age. Okay? So these guys, they're going to try to cash out. They're going to try to hide. But more than likely, all your favorite influencers, somebody's going to eventually assassinate them or throw them in prison. Because at the same time, you have individuals, NGO organizations, and other government entities who are also on the left. They either want to kill them or throw them in prison, and they will eventually get what they want, right? So me, I'm not particularly against anybody. I'm just for myself. That's it, right? So I don't have anything else to say on this fucking subject. I hope that you enjoyed that, right? Now, while I'm walking down this fucking trail here, and trying not to fucking get lost and remember where the fuck I came from, let's talk about something else.